Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury and welcome to the ArchieLuxury channel. Today guys, I want to talk to you about a bit of car care, and this is because it's January when I'm shooting this video, and I'd like to go through a yearly ritual. Now the beautiful thing is, every year January, it's easy to remember that's when you did your last good detail. So my car is almost a year old and I wanted to give it a nice clean. So what did I do? I'm going to talk you through the products and the procedures that I did this. So firstly, the car was a bit dirty. It'd been raining a bit. I actually took the family to the beach. A little bit of dreaded sand got in, and just a little bit. I wanted to give it it needed a clean, but I wanted to give it a little bit extra. So the first thing I did was with the car was, first thing to do is just do a bit of an inspection, have a walk around, see what it's like. Before you start washing the car, of course, you want to make sure it's cooled down. So first thing I did was I gave the interior a good vacuum. And the beauty of that is you get really quick results. It makes it, spruces it up, and it gets rid of any annoying sand or modules there that are there. Now, a few things I did do is, I've got a few products here. I've got some rubber mats, really good rubber mats for the car. But if you've got a bit of upholstery or you need a bit of upholstery work, first product is the Meguiar's Carpet and Upholstery Cleaner. This is fantastic whether it's a seat, door trim, or carpet, or even mats. I've even used this product on a new office chair that had a stain on it. This is a great product, so that's always handy. I didn't actually have to use that because I've got a leather interior, so this is more for cloth, velour cloth fabric, but it's always handy tool to have there. Gave the car a vacuum. If you need to give it a touch up, that's your product. Then the first product I used was actually a leather cleaner. Now, the thing about using leather cleaner itself there, you don't want to use leather cleaner every time you clean the car. This is something you want to use sparingly, because if you keep using it, it'll take color out. Now, this is probably the best Meguiar's product. Meguiar's Gold Class Rich Leather. It's a cleaner, conditioner, and protectant. 3-in-1. It's actually a pretty expensive product. And I've got to tell you, is it worth it? Look, the results are pretty damn good. Now, I had actually conditioned the leather a couple months ago. Well, probably 4 or 5 months ago. So I didn't want to give it a complete leather touch up, but this is fantastic. With leather, if someone's been a little bit wet and they put their hand on something, it goes that little bit of whitey color. This will restore the leather. So this was nice to give it a little bit of a touch up. So that's exactly what I use. If you're doing a full leather condition, obviously you can really let this stuff soak in. There was another product I was using which I found was really good, and that's the Bowden's. I use a Bowden's leather product. I probably prefer the Meguiar's. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think that was better. So I gave the leather a bit of a touch up in a few places, and it really looked nice. So after that, I then wanted to give the interior a little bit of a clean. So what did I use here? Now that's a very good question. An interior cleaner itself. What interior cleaner did I use? And I've just picked the wrong product. I got the wrong one off the shelf. I'll be back. Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury, and today guys, I want to introduce a new product. It's called ULO. Now what is ULO? It's a digital business cards social platform that helps consumers and businesses get connected. It helps promote products and services all within a single professional network. Now, ULO was designed and built by the best. It's built by ex-Pebble engineers who pioneered in the smartwatch market. And they raised funds via a Kickstarter project. If you struggle to stay in touch with your customers, ULO solves such problems by collecting your contacts, enabling payments, and maintaining the conversations all within a single professional network. Guys, click on the QR code, take a look yourself. ULO, that's right guys, ULO, check it out. I'm ArchieLuxury, I'm gonna give it a try myself. Okay, I found the product. I had the wrong one. Here we go. So then I did a quick, this is a great product, quick interior detailer. So this here is for all the black surfaces, the plasticky black surfaces. Fantastic. And one thing I will just note is with the leather cleaner, you can also use that. A lot of cars also have leather steering wheels. My BMW has that. That's nice. Instead of actually squirting it on, I just use the cloth to that I was using on the seats to just give it a bit of love. So then here we go. I use the quick interior. That's for the dashboard, the side panels, the back of the seats, which are plastic. Maguire's quick interior cleaner. Fantastic product. You can get this, there's two products, there's a shiny one and then there's a matte one. Now, the shiny one, it's like that, you want the matte one, okay? Most cars now is matte, it's not sort of shiny plastic, so that's the matte one. Okay, as we're talking about cloths there, I use 3 different microfiber cloths. So the cloths I use are for interior. I use a pinky mauvey, a pinky type cloth. That's for leather, for the dash, anything interior. I use red. I use green for glass. Green is for glass. One thing you can always do is these little tags, just rip them off because they often can be kind of annoying in the sense, oh shit, this one doesn't want to come off. There we go, it's got him off. They can cause a few scratches and that, so just rip those tags off there. So the thing is there, as I said, interior, leather, dashboard, continually keep changing it. I wouldn't use one that I've used for leather work on interior cleaner. You want to continually change cloths. Cloths are cheap, just change them. Glass, that's for the glass, the windows. And we've got yellow. Yellow I use for body work, any body work. That's the panels. The panels, that's the yellow. So that's my code system there. So I kind of find it handy to have the 3 colors there. Now let's get back onto what other products I would use there. So okay, so then what we've done is we've done the interiors looking good. We can then clean the inside windows, but I normally do the windows after I've finished the whole car, and then I'll do the windows back inside and outside. So then I moved on to giving the car a wash. So basically I gave the car a good squirt. You want to see if you can get off as much dust and grime as possible. Now, I'm sure a lot of you people have some cheap car shampoo. So I don't want to use this on my car, but I use a 3-bucket system. I've got 1 bucket for the wheels, alloys, the wheels, 1 bucket for the car, and a rinse bucket for the car. I don't rinse my wheels, I just use the same bucket. So the cheapest shampoo you might have lying around, I use that to clean the wheels. So that's that shampoo there. So firstly, I rinse the whole car, and then I give the wheels a good scrub with a sponge. Now, you can also get a special wheel cleaner if it is very, very grimy and dirty and nasty. This is Meguiar's Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner. It's got some pretty harshy sort of chemicals there. I try not to use that. I use that if I've mainly used it when I've helped my dad clean his Mercedes, I helped my brother clean his car where it had a lot of built-on grime. If you don't have a lot of built-on grime, I tend not to use that. The other thing you can do is when you spray that wheel cleaner on, if it's really dirty, you don't rinse it first, you spray it directly on. If it is medium dirty, rinse it, and then, because it dilutes the power of this stuff, because it is pretty harsh stuff. So ideally, I don't really want to use it if you can avoid it, because it is a harsh stuff. But if it's dirty, you want to get it clean. Better to have it clean than dirty. So then once I've cleaned the wheels, I then rinse the wheels, and then I get my solution ready. So this is actually the shampoo I use. None of this shampoo with wax. This is soft wash gel, super thick and sudsing, cleans without stripping, wax protection. So it's a very gentle shampoo. So I get a bucket ready, and then I clean the car top to bottom. Start on the roof, then do the windows, then I'll do the side doors, then I'll do the front set, the bonnet, the trunk or boot, then I'll do, so depending on the weather, if it's actually quite high humidity where stuff's evaporating, I will rinse a couple times as you go. But otherwise you can do it 1 or 2 squirts for rinsing, and always after I have finished washing the car, give it a really good rinse. Okay, so after that, what do I do then? So just one thing, if you notice any nicks, that's always, once you've cleaned the car, that's always an excellent product to get some Scratch X, Meguiar's Scratch X. That'll get little imperfections out. Now, when I've dried the car itself there, I'm using the Meguiar's microfiber towels. It does a really great job. I then use a Ryobi blower with the rubber nose. This is after I've gone over it once with the cloth to dry it. I then use the Ryobi to just get all the water out under the badges, in the crevices. It really does a great job. Then I'll give it a wipe over. Now, this is the next part. Phew! We've got the surface clean, we've got the wheels clean, but we haven't actually done any waxing yet. So this is a tricky thing. So what would I do? What do I recommend? Etc., etc. After you've cleaned it, just before we go on, if there is some bad tar, you've got a lot of tar, asbestos, you can use this spray here. This is a Bowden's product. There's many brands have this, and that'll take the tar. This is called tar. Okay, great product there. Now, after you've used that, it's actually pretty harsh. You might want to just wash that panel with some shampoo and give it a rinse and a dry, because it can be a little bit harsh, that stuff. Okay, so that we've got the surface relatively clean. Now, I normally, to be completely frank with you, I normally put the car away and leave it. I'll take the car around the block to just get rid of any extra water, and I'll put the car back in, and in my garage, I'll even let it cool down, get the water out, then I'll cover it to stop dust settling on it. Then the next day I'll come back, and this is where we start to have fun with a bit of a detail. Now, what I like to do is I like to wax my car with a good Canuba wax once every 6 months. You'd want to do it. That's why I say it's good to do it in January, because you always remember you did that. You replaced this in January. So what I normally do is, if you have clay barred the car recently, and I did actually clay bar my car a few months ago, you don't want to keep clay barring it unless it's really gritty. You can feel the paint. To do a mini clay, just to get it a little bit, to get the surface a little bit nicer before we apply our Canuba wax, what I like to do is give the car a quick detail. This is Bowden's Boss Gloss. Give it, so you squirt this on, polish it in, then a dry cloth to take it off. This is a liquid wax. It's quick wax. It's like a quick wax in Maguire speed. And this will get the surface. If the surface doesn't need to be clay barred, it still gets other contaminants off, because when you start using the Canuba wax, we're rubbing any contaminants that are on the surface into the paint. You don't want to do that if it's so. If you need to clay bar is actually basically uses a solution like this with a clay bar. But if it's not that bad, you can just use that product, and then I pull out all the stops for the Canuba wax, Maguire's Gold Class Canuba Plus, the ultimate wax and protection. So that's what I use, and basically here I normally do this. I did it over a couple days. I didn't want to do the whole thing and then you're stuck taking it off. I did sections. I broke it up into sections. I had the bonnet and the side parts. I then had the trunk and the side. I had the doors, and of course I had the roof. So I find it's handy to do that. Now, after you've put this wax on, so basically wax on, wax, let it dry, wax off, what I like to use as an extra, after you've waxed on, waxed off, this here will also use this again to actually get rid of any contaminants and stuff there. So this is a great way to actually clean the surface again after you've waxed it. I normally let it sit for a day with that wax, then I'll use this quick wax to just get rid of any contaminants, and also it does any of the parts you've missed. So that's a great little tip there. After I've done the wax on, the wax off with the Canuba, I'll then give the windows a go. This is Bowden's Naked Glass. Maguire's has got a product. This is it's expensive but really good. I will clean all the glass and then I'll do the inside. I normally don't do the back window terribly often unless someone's been touching it or someone's done silly things. If it's front window and the sides, that's what I'll do there. So there you go. That's what I normally use there. So that is the system that I use to get the car looking great. So some handy products. Well, the upholstery cleaner, that's always handy to have on hand in case you have an issue. The Maguire's Scratch X, that's also very handy if you've got a little scratch, a little mark you want to touch up. The wheel cleaner is handy if you've got really dirty wheels, but if they're not really dirty, I sparingly don't use it. The leather cleaner, always handy to have leather cleaner. That really just moistens the leather. It makes it feel good. I don't like to overuse it, but I'll occasionally bring it out for a few little spots if I feel it just wants a little bit of love. The quick detailer, that is a godsend. That is really your Very useful product to have there. And you can also use that on the screens in the car itself there. Quality shampoo, you want one preferably without wax in it, because we're going to apply the wax ourselves. That's what we're going to do. We're going to apply the wax ourselves. We're not going to use their wax. So that's probably the best advice there I can give you. And the tar. Yeah, this is pretty harsh stuff, but it is always handy to have there, because you do tend to collect a bit of tar. And as I've said, we've got the three cloths. Panels, I use yellow. Glass, I use green. And interior, I use the pinky colored towels. So that's my cleaning kit of stuff. That's my cleaning kit. So that's what I use for a summer semi-detail. Oh, we did a wax. Yeah, so that's what I use to get the car looking schmick. I wanted to sit down and show you the products and just talk you through them. It's a bit of an arsenal of stuff. Yes, it is, but it's often a lot of those products you don't use them a lot unless the time comes. Like the tar, you'd use that sparingly. The wheel cleaner, I don't even like to use it, but I like to have it there in case the wheels get really dirty. The Scratch X, very handy. And of course the upholstery cleaner is always you can even use that inside the house as well. So guys, that's the products I used. I cleaned the car nicely. It's looking beautiful. I love it. Guys, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US, look down in the description. $50 US, I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want, and it keeps me going on YouTube. Because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small, specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon. Look down below, and I will see you in the next one.